All right, well, let's move along. I'm going to move on to, let's see what the next topic I got here is. The next topic, I guess we're sticking with Bad Blood. It's Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, which Dominic Mysterio was in that shark cage, and that was the big gimmick for this match because he's been interfering a lot. But this one especially, I'm not going to show much of the match because the ending to me was kind of a popcorn fart. But it was very hard for me to rate this match. But let me go through a couple pictures at least.
Yeah.
So I got 30 minutes and 45 seconds for two segments here: the promo package beforehand and the match. It's in the description below if you guys missed it. There's a low-res version if you guys really want to watch the whole thing. So I'm not going to go through it. It's there for you for historical reference. But here's some pictures of how it happened. Here's when they lifted Dominic up. And here's the weird thing. Okay, I'm skipping way towards the end of the match, but the door just opened by itself.
Well,
right?
They said he pickpocketed.
Yeah, they said that in the commentary.
They
the
did?
commentary.
He
Yeah,
pickpocketed who? How? I don't know. I didn't
Well,
He used like a lockpick or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, he
that's the way they said it.
picked the
Yeah.
lock.
He picked the lock, is what I meant.
Yeah, it's this things you learn when you're in prison. So
That's
All right.
kind of what they were saying. I think that's what Michael Cole even said.
Yeah.
You learned that
All
from
right.
prison.
So there was another moment in this match that I guess at the moment when it was happening, for a split second, it was like, what the fuck? Because Dominic was trying to get down and help Liv, and then he fell off. Like he fell out of the little shark cage, and I didn't know his leg was like attached to it somehow with like a chain. So I thought he was gonna fall on his head.
I had no idea it was attached to you, to be honest.
I had no idea. So for that split second, I thought he was going to fucking fall all the way off. So that was fucking nuts. But only for that 1 second. So I don't know if this whole thing was worth it to have him in that shark cage. I'll discuss that after I go through the finish. But
Yeah.
so Rhea had a chance with Dom hanging there to just, go to town on him with the kendo stick. So that was the big payoff for anyone who was rooting for the babyface here. So Dominic got a few whacks from Rhea there, and then the finish of the match is basically Raquel Rodriguez coming out of nowhere and returning, and they haven't mentioned her at all. It was kind of hard to remember to me that she was even with Liv Morgan in a tag team. So she just came in and caused a disqualification, and that was the end of the match. So it was a DQ. And Liv Morgan keeps the title, and they're just going to punt the ball down the field and, I guess, continue on with this. But after a long match like that, it ended with Raquel Rodriguez coming in. And okay, so let me go through some ratings for what we got on this. Let me see. So I gave this a thumbs down. I didn't like it. I can't really tell you how I would have done it, but after Robert and Vlad talk, I'll explain myself a little bit. Vlad, he has an Orange Cassidy half thumbs up on this. I guess you kind of liked it for whatever reason. And Robert was the only one out of the three who gave it a full thumbs up. So I'll start with Robert this time. You go ahead. Gave it a thumbs up. You liked it. So
Yeah.
the floor is yours.
All right, cool. So I thought it was hilarious to see Dominic on that, what they call it, a shark cage or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious to see him just like hanging there.
Yeah, that was a funny image.
Yeah, that was funny, and especially when he was hanging off one leg. That's pretty hilarious. The match itself was pretty cool too. Also, I want to point out, as the match was happening, I did think to myself about Liv Morgan. Now, I've never disliked Liv Morgan ever, but I do think, as I was watching this match, I was thinking that she has definitely, or at least to me, improved as an overall performer in the ring and her character work as well.
Yes,
So
even happy with that.
Yeah, that was a thought that was in my head as I was watching the match. And then when Raquel Rodriguez showed up, I was like, wait, why is she interfering? It took me like a few seconds to remember that they used to be a tag team. I didn't remember right away, but they were friends at some point. I don't remember what happened to her though. She
got injured.
Oh, she got injured. Okay.
I think it's supposed to be the Rhea injured her, right? That was the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember what happened to her, but I remember her and Liv were I believe they were a tag team.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
don't know.
it's
They could have
just a few
dropped some
seconds
hint
ago.
on us. Maybe like just a video of them saying, "I've been a tag team champion. I've been this. I've been that." Man, I don't know. I watch a lot of wrestling, so it totally slipped my mind that they were even
Of
aligned
course.
from before. But
Yeah.
okay, let me jump to Vlad. We want to move on with the show a little bit. We got to pick up the pace. We got a few more topics to get to. But Vlad, let me hear your thoughts on this. So you gave it a half thumbs up. What didn't you like about it then?
I mean, mostly it was just the finish. I mean, it was just what the hell happened there? Like, what was the plan? It was just either they had something planned and they fucked it up, or they just didn't have a good finish at all set up here because it made no sense. I mean, it became really convoluted at the end when, like, she was like telling the referee, "Oh, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go beat up," and then the referee was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good," or something like that. Like, yeah, he deserves it, or some. I'm like, what the? Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
retarded.
that's right.
I thought that was dumb. Okay.
Referee's discretion, baby.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll let you go beat up Dom like a pinata. But I mean, it was entertaining. It was funny. Dom was hilarious during the match as he was on top there, and that spot where like he went over and the thing was hooked up to his leg. I thought that was fucking awesome. To be honest with you, I didn't understand what that was going on for a second as well. I was like, oh my god, is he gonna fucking fall off this thing by accident? But so it was entertaining. The match itself, the work was good. Rhea is such a good seller. Like she sells so well. It's so realistic when she looks like she's hurt. Like okay, she's Liv is working the leg, right? But man, Rhea sells so perfectly. But then they just to screw it up. This entertaining and kind of fun match. I would have given it one thumb up for sure. But I don't even understand what the hell that finish was. They didn't even say who won by DQ. They were like, "Well, it's over by DQ." Okay, weird. Did they even announce the winner? Did they even say anything after? It was just like, what the hell happened there?
Well, it looked like Raquel was trying to drag.
They were confused. They were confused at what the hell was going on.
Raquel was about to drag Liv Morgan onto Rhea Ripley so that she would win the match, but it was already a DQ. Like they had already rang the bell.
She did that. Yeah, she did that, making me think that there was something else that was supposed to happen, and they fucked it up somehow. I don't know where they went wrong. I mean, I didn't read any dirt sheets on this, but it looks like the fact that she tried to put her on top of her made me think like, okay, she probably does not realize that this was supposed to be a DQ, so something went wrong here. But anyways,
I don't know. Yeah, so the ending for me kind of ruined the match. Like you guys said, the work was fine. The work was good. Actually, I have a lot of praise for Liv Morgan on this match because Liv Morgan, to me, yes, Rhea, they've instructed Rhea to sell for her, but also she's laying it in. Like she does these kicks that are like, it's not like Alexa Bliss. You know how some people say these smaller wrestlers, they don't seem realistic? Liv Morgan's kicks to me at least seem like, okay, those could hurt. You know what I mean? So she's really laying it in. But the finish to me, okay, so I'm really confused by how to rate this. Okay, so I think there's nothing else they could have done because I was wondering what the fuck was going to happen here.
No,
Dominic,
they botched something. It was a botch. It was clear.
But Dominic, but in terms of just the fact that Raquel was going to come in and ruin the match, you know,
which is okay. That alone could have been okay. They just the way they did it. But sorry, Ken, I keep interrupting you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just saying that with Dominic locked away, this was going to be the time Rhea was going to go over and win, right? If all's fair, and you know, obviously she's going to win. So they kind of had to do something like this so they could. This was the right thing to do. But in that case, I don't know about the whole Dominic and the shark cage thing because what was the point? We didn't really get anything out of that. So I can't really say what I would have done. This seems like the right thing to do because they could finish the feud now and continue it with Raquel in there, and now she has to face Raquel before she faces Liv again. But this whole ending just kind of was so sad, and you know I was watching again with Haley, and we were into the match. We really wanted to see what happened, and then it was just kind of it was nothing. You know, it was like there was nothing exciting about the ending. So, all right then.
I want to add one comment I just thought of right now.
Sure.
Because a few weeks ago, I think I don't know if all three of us, but at least I did. I was bashing Judgment Day 2 or 3 weeks ago about how because they're looking really weak, and I think we all agreed that they needed to add muscle. Well, they did.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
They did, but
that's a good
This
point. I
wasn't-
forgot to mention that. Is she going to be in Judgment Day now? I mean, it seems
I think
seems
You
she
would
could.
think. You would think so.
yeah, I would think so.
Representing the Judgment Day.
This wasn't the muscle I was. This wasn't the muscle I was expecting.
She's bigger than a lot of the guys, so
Yeah, it's true.
to be fair. So yeah.
All right, so now when they're gonna feud with Rhea, they're gonna have Dom, Liv, and Raquel. But I guess she has Damian Priest on her side. So